Hey there. This is my follow up to my first story time about the me making a shift from Western medicine to Chinese medicine. So I started talking about my tea that I got from the Chinese grocery store, Asian market, I think. And from what I was told it's a dessert when I asked about it. And it's got a lot going on inside. It's very rich, very sweet, very delicious. I will be buying more. But what attracted me to this was because it looked like some of the herbs that I saw different patients being subscribed by their Chinese doctors, and it would cure. They would boil them, take them for 7 days. It would cure whatever they were dealing with, so they didn't have to take all these prolonged medications. So I made an appointment, and today was that day. I went in, and very good. I'm very happy, very pleasantly surprised. I went in. And first, he asked me, why are you here? What's going on? And then I started to tell him, and he was like, well, no, let me see you and diagnose you. So basically, he was going to tell me what's going on. So I was in and out in less than an hour. There weren't multiple people waiting or anything. Your time is yours and yours alone. I went in there, laid on the table. He grabbed my wrist, listened for a little while, grabbed my other wrist, listened for a while. Then he did both of them. He touched my foot and ankles, and then he told me what was going on. He said, your circulation's bad. He said it's because of this, because of that. There's this toxin. Everybody has a certain, where different people have different types of toxins. This particular one, it causes, sometimes your fetal swell, sometimes this, sometimes that. Your blood pressure's high. You're this, you're that. He listed these different things. He said your liver may be a little bit fatty. All these different things. He's going down this list. And then he looked at me. I'm like, hey. So he asked me if I wanted to do the procedure today. Did I want to be treated? I said, yeah, treat it. He said, it causes fat. It causes this. It causes that. He didn't say take this shot for months. He didn't say stop eating this. He didn't say here's a pill. He didn't say none of that. He said, okay, do you want to be treated for this? I'm like, yeah. He said, okay, we'll improve your circulation. This toxin will leave, and those things will disappear. Okay. Acupuncture is what he did. He put a needle here, one here, didn't feel it. Put it, some on both sides of me. I felt the one going in my right shin. He put some in my feet. He put a heat lamp over my stomach and left the room and said, relax. Left the room, turned on some music, and just told me to relax. Came back in 15 minutes, adjusted the heat lamp, asked me if I was okay. I was. He left again. Came back in 10 minutes, asked me how I was doing. I said I was doing great, perfectly fine. I wasn't in any pain, didn't feel anything, And I asked him, he told me the type of toxin that I was dealing with. And I asked, just asked some questions, trying to pull a little more information out of him. So, is this a one and done? What can I see from here? What can I expect from here? How often? This and that. He's like, well, wait a minute. Well, a few more visits, and then I think we'll be good. To get all the toxins out. Because he checked me again afterwards, and he's like, it's a little better, but come back. Maybe 2-3 more times, probably 4, and then we'll be good. And I'm like, so no more blood pressure medicine, no more fat. Everything that he named was a symptom. No more fatty liver. That's it. So with Western medicine, my experience was I had been, I went in, blood pressure, got a blood pressure pill. That blood pressure pill, a year or two later, here's another blood pressure pill. A year or two later, oh, your potassium's depleted. We may have to send you to the hospital so you can get some emergency potassium. Now here's a potassium pill. Take this every day. It's the size of your thumb. It's not coated at all. And then here come another one. And I went on my journey, and I got off of 2 of the blood pressure medicines. And I'm still on the journey, just, trying to get off completely. And so I got curious one day, and I started looking at my labs, and my labs showed creatinine, I think it's called, through the roof, in the red, year after year after year. Now, when I would go in for my labs, everything's good, see you next year. Everything's good, see you next year. They weren't telling me this isn't a dangerous thing here that's leading to an area that could cause kidney failure and dialysis. They didn't say a word. So I asked him, because I started researching what does this mean, and he's like, oh, it's fine, everything's fine. Oh, everything's good. If there was a problem, I tell you there was a problem. Just getting like he was frustrated. So I went to doing some research, went to the Hispanic neighborhood, got something called Palo Alto. It's a wood, kidney wood is what they call it, and it detoxes your kidneys. But while I was there, I noticed the drugstores in that neighborhood had all shut down. They know something we don't know. Like they have a wisdom we don't have. So, but anyway, my appointment was good, and I'm expecting a few more appointments. So I asked him, so I can get off of this. He was like, talk to your doctor. Let your doctor take you off. But yeah, you coming off. He didn't want to go on the record for saying anything, but I was pushing and asking because I know how they treat people that heal you naturally in the States. But yeah, I got my dessert tea. I went there because it looked like some herbs. I went to the Asian grocery store because I was curious. I know that a lot of the other Chinese doctors were putting people on different herbs, and they would boil them and take them for 7 days, and after that round of treatment, people, their symptoms would disappear. Not symptoms, the root cause of what they were dealing with would be handled for good. And so some people, like even with him, with his reviews, a lot of all 5 stars, people that have been limping for years leave there fine. Things that the doctors couldn't handle, it was handled. So, I got curious about the herbs, and that's when I went to the Asian market looking for some herbs, or just kind of curious what kind of price point are we looking at. Well, and I saw this, and it looked like some of their herbs, and it is. And I was talking about this tea, and it's got a lot going on. I was kind of scared because people were saying that their herbs were bitter, but they told me that this was a dessert when I went. I don't know what all these are, but just through research, I learned that a lot of them are herbs, and just different herbs. But this is a sweet drink, and they call it dessert. And they said you just pour it over ice, so that's what I did. And it's very rich. I've been drinking it for the last couple of days, but it's very rich. I usually just drink water. I don't drink a lot of sweets, so it's very, very good. I love it, and I will be buying some more. But it's good for your circulation. It's good for different things. But to them, it's just dessert. I love them people. But yeah, my appointment, just to follow up and answer some questions that I was getting, it went very well. I was in and out in less than an hour, and I'm coming off this here, and I'm telling you, I'm fat too. What? Who knew it was all connected? He didn't say stop eating this. He didn't say take this shot. He didn't say here's a pill. He didn't say go and do this. He just said this is it, and we're going to take care of it. Root cause, not symptom. So the appointment was well, and I'm happy. I took my blood pressure when I got home. I still have not taken any blood pressure medicine. I will, though, just to, because I'm supposed to. But my blood pressure was normal when I got home. I'm keeping an eye on everything. I'm not just out here willy-nilly, just running around. But bananas. I'm happy. But that's how it went, to answer some questions. And I will be going back. We're thinking maybe 2 or 3. My price point today was $175. When I go back, it'll be $145. From there, it may be cheaper, may not. I don't know. But I'm just, out of the pocket, just going. I don't know if this is something my insurance would handle. I'll ask. But I'm happy. And I'll let y'all know how the next one goes. But when I'm off completely, and this journey has come to an end, I will let y'all know, and I will be dancing when I do it. Bye.